terrific.
Bolton, Greg, really fun to watch.
We've got Joel with Etwan Moore, and it's Bolton in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. And a wide open look for Freak. The long distance. Freak's got 31. The 76ers trail by 17. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The 76ers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. John Lure, he's checked in for Jang. So he gets them both. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Levine kicks to Morris. Out to the wing. Towns, the pass to Morris. Timberwolves passing it around. Watts. Offline with his 3.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
The 76ers with another miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now the pass to Embiid. The 76ers again can't hit it.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Over to the wing. Levine kicks to Towns, and he gets it to go. Towns has got 5 now.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
The 76ers trail by 19.
Timeout. Timeout call for Philadelphia. Ladies and gentlemen, your Sixers dancers.
Minnesota making a switch. Rubio's checked in. Towns with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And, oh!
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Covered by Rubio. Kicks it to Aldridge from 11 feet away. Shot's good.
My, he is so adept at finishing in the low post.
Timberwolves leading by 19. Here's the screen. Rubio dishes to Freak. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got assist number 8 here in this one already. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Towns with the steal. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Aldridge a screen. Rejected by Watts. For the finish. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
This is crazy. Every shot they're finding the mark.
Literally every shot, partner. I mean, they just aren't missing.
Aldridge with a screen on Rubio. To the inside. The steal. And pushing it up is Minnesota. The Timberwolves again in transition. And Freak throws it down hard.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Aldridge with a screen on Rubio. To stop the run, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Here's Watts. That's tipped. More up top. Right wing. The wide open look here for Aldridge. That one wide left.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Cooper, he's checked in for more. And so it's Minnesota with it. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
It's Aldridge penetrating. The 76ers again can't hit it. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Shoots it up. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Rubio. 46 points for Freak.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Aldridge a screen. Here's Cooper. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. And Freak throws it down hard.
And the lead's not getting any smaller. Just an incredibly well-rounded performance here on the road.
And how good a feeling is that for this team to dominate the way they did in front of a hostile crowd? That is a satisfying feeling for the victors.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Minnesota. Free throw good, Freak. Philadelphia shooting around 41% on the night. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Chalmers passes to Aldridge. It's his first trip to the line.
And with numbers like this, how about 87% on the year? He's been somebody they love having at the line.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Jared Bayless has checked in for Philadelphia. And a change for the Timberwolves. Zhang's checked in, and Rubio kicks to Levine. To the middle, here's Baines, and the layup's good off the glass.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Grant sets a screen for Chalmers. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And Baines kicks to Freak. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Grant with a screen on Rubio. Off the pick. And the bank shot is good. Chalmers has got his second basket of the night.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
Levine dishes to Freak. And Baines kicks to Rubio. There's the pick. Down low. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Grant, and the rejection by Jang. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jang. Marcus Morris is checked in for Minnesota.
Marcus Morris.
Okafor kicks to Bayless. Rejected by Watts. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Aaron Baines.
Nikola Pekovic.
Timberwolves on defense. Okafor with a screen on Rubio. Shot clock at 6. Chalmers passes to Cooper. And the rejection by Jang.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Philadelphia shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Chalmers against Rubio. Stolen by Rubio. And now it's Rubio running. He can go all the way. And he gets it to go. Rubio's got his first basket.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing. And what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Bayless drilled from 11 feet out. 1:09 left in the first half of basketball. Freak kicks to Morris. Pulls it up. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Morris.
Marcus Morris.
Morris has got assist number 7 for him tonight. The 76ers shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Chalmers dishes to Grant. Minnesota with the rebound. Freak's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
There's 39 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Watts, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Mario Chalmers picks one up.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Freak. And he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
Yeah, I think we need a calculator. To keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
And he makes both free throws.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
And Bayless kicks to Chalmers. Pass to Cooper. A 3-ball. The shot is off. And Minnesota now the other way.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Freak kicks to Zhang. To the paint. And Okafor with the block. And that one's good. Pekovic. Cooper. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Timberwolves on top, just dominating this one. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
The only accurate way to describe your interior defense was dominant. Were you looking to set a tone with all of those block shots?
I mean, we're always looking to come out and set a tone like that. Our goal every game is to make the other side fearful of coming at us on offense. And I'm pretty sure we accomplished that in the first half tonight.
You made them work for everything. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Okay, guys, tremendous work in the first half. These fans haven't had a thing to cheer about. Let's talk about how to keep it going. We've taken a lot of pressure off ourselves on D because of how good we've been on offense. That's what I call locked in, intelligent attacking basketball. I love it. Our three-point shooting was a highlight, though, and that should open things up for us inside the second half. They've got no choice but to come out a little higher on us on the perimeter. Okay, one more thing. A smooth flow to the second half is just what we're looking for. Let's keep things moving, but not at some kind of breakneck pace. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last two quarters, but I'd love to see him try.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Watts in a two-guard. Towns is out there with John Lure. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Rubio in at the point. Three-pointer, and another three for Minnesota.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Philadelphia shooting 41% for the game. Inside, here's Cooper, rejected by Watts.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken... advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Now the dish to Aldridge. Shoots from 14. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Aldridge has got 8 points.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
Towns with it. He's against Okafor. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
The Timberwolves have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. From 11 feet away, and again, it's Minnesota converting.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Pass to Cooper. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. The time for the ball. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Covered by Rubio. The 76ers with another miss.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
No coverage that time. He has 7.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Deflects the pass. Morris passes to Watts. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid comes in for Okafor, and Moore subbed in for Cooper. And a change for the Timberwolves. Levine's checked in.
A 3-point play.
And so here is Philadelphia.
Nice adjustment here with the full court press, trying to rattle the offense a bit.
They get a hand on it. And now Minnesota on the fast break.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Passes it to Bolton. Aldridge left side. Misses off the right iron. For Minnesota, they've gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Took him no time at all on that one.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And you talk about huge single-game scoring performances like we're watching here tonight. Going back, only one player, think of this, only one player in NBA history to go triple digits. And that's the Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain, on March 2nd, 1962.
Truly an iconic record. I mean, 100 points. I mean, it's hard to wrap your mind around, but Wilt was a man among boys, a player who changed the way an entire sport was played. Truly a revolutionary.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
The 76ers have gone an even 50%, 4 of 8. Shot to stop the run. That doesn't go either for Aldridge.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics. He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
They double him with Freak. Here's Embiid. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Whoa. That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
To the wing right side. Clock at 4. And Morris comes over to help. From deep three-point range. Rebound, Minnesota. Freak's got his 7th rebound here tonight. It's stolen by Morris. And they're on the break. Here's Watts. Finished off the break.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams. Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
And he gets the bucket.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
The 76ers have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. That's good. And that's now 10 points for Joel Embiid.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Here's Watts. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Wow. What can you say?
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. At the elbow, it's Aldridge. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
That's good.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
And Morris comes over to help. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. The Timberwolves, number 1.
You have to be impressed with their shot selection. I mean, the discipline on that end and the unselfishness really is what allows those great numbers to show up.
Jang, he's checked in for Luis Scola. Minnesota with the ball. To the inside. Stolen by Grant. Now, here's Chalmers. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Off the screen, and too long on the shot.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Grant outside. Now Chalmers. They need this. And he knocks down the jumper. Chalmers has got 6.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
And the 76ers making a change here. Okafor's checked in. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for the Timberwolves. Ricky Rubio comes in for Morris.
3-point play.
And Philadelphia has possession. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Stolen by Rubio. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And it's Freak missing.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Fred. Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
Rubio dishes to Jang. Back to Rubio. Here's Watts. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Bayless, good, and it's Chalmers with the assist that time. Chalmers has got 5 assists tonight. And Rubio kicks to Pekovic. Here's Levine. 10 points for him. Feeds it to Jang. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Jang's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Okafor gets the bucket.
And then that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
The feed to Freak. To the right side. To the middle. From 13, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Freaking and vibing. Let's go.
Chalmers with it. He has 6. Grant gets a wide open look from outside off the mark. Here's Watts. Some solid defense from Grant. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. But Timberwolves on top, running away with it. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And Minnesota has possession. We've got Kendall Marshall. Also Jared Bayless out there. Grant is out there with Carl Landry. And it's Holmes in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
2 shots.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 76ers shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Marshall passes to Holmes. The shot's good from Bayless.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Outside Korver. He dishes it to Lowry. He feeds it to Pekovic. Nails the baby hook. And here is Marshall. There's the screen. Landry, a screen on Lowry. Here's Grant. Pekovic with the rebound.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you
Move the
should
ball.
shoot your way out
Stick
of
it
it,
too
but
much.
his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
Dejuan Moore is checked in for Jared Bayless. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Now, here's Marshall. Landry, a screen on Rubio. And Marshall kicks to Grant. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
Scola sets a screen for Rubio. Inside. Can't get it to fall.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Here's Marshall. Banked in off the glass.
If they think that kind of defense is going to get it done against him, they're mistaken.
There's a screen. Rubio dishes to Baines. Corver against Moore. Over in the corner, Marshall. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 14. Here's Minnesota. Rubio with it. Guarded now by Marshall. Scola sets a screen for Corver. He kicks it to Scola. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Morris is checked in.
Marcus Morris.
The 76ers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Down low. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
You can see he just rushed there a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Moore passes to Grant. No good. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Corver gets a wide open look. That 3 off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he... Doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Moore with it. Now defended by Korver. And it's Moore. It's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Freaks checked in for Minnesota. The 76ers have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Aldridge a screen. Okafor kicks to Aldridge. The fadeaway. That's good. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Watts. The long distance three is buried.
Talk about a terrific stroke. I mean, the defense was hoping that a three ball that deep was not going in.
Yeah, but when a guy shoots it like he does, you have got to still be able to contest.
And he gets it to go.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
For Minnesota, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
Cooper against Korver. There's the triple. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Jeremy Grant, who's checked in for Philadelphia. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Pekovic is checked in. Here's Watts. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Freaks got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Timberwolves. The 76ers have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Chalmers passes to Cooper. Fires from 14. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Freaks got 8 rebounds in this game. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
There's the pass to Cooper, and stolen by Freak. The finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
To the paint. Lowry against Chalmers. Inside, Aldridge. And Pekovic gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Bayless comes in for Mario Chalmers. The 76ers again can't hit it. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 12-3 run right now.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Philadelphia's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And he gets it to go. That's 12 points for Jahlil Okafor.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Watts. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Timberwolves.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Well, Kevin, timing and anticipation, they got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum in this one.
Well, in a dominant year where we've watched this team battle night in and night out all season long, this will bring their win total to an impressive 69.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for a Freak. And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
The quick look, no good that time.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Moore with it, out-defended by Freak. No good from Moore. Minnesota with the ball. Freak kicks to Corver. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Another miss by Minnesota. Here's Philadelphia. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. No good from Moore. Timberwolves on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. To the wing on the left. And it's Freak missing. Moore dishes to Bayless. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
Men amongst boys tonight. Whew.
Well, you absolutely torched them from the outside tonight. Did you feel like you could hit from just about anywhere on the court?
You know, as weird as this sounds, at this point, I gotta say yes. Sometimes you just get so in the zone, you feel everything coming off your hands is going in. You know, I got to that point tonight, and I hope I can find it again sometime soon.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin, and now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
When Freak puts it all together, it's no contest to who the best player on the court is. He was outstanding tonight. His feel and understanding of the game were on display.
In terms of three-point shooting, this could be framed as a historic performance. Hitting that many three-point shots in a single game is borderline impossible. The pressure was off the rest of the guys offensively. They just had to worry about getting him the ball and setting screens. Then it was bombs away.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Indiana Pacers against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota's been playing with a lot of focus. It's been a fantastic season for them, and this could be one of its most memorable nights, as a win here gives them the best record in the league. Almost ready for tip-off, but first a moment to talk about something that often gets overlooked, defense. Kenny, who are the most impressive defenders in the NBA right now?
Well, defense doesn't get overlooked by championship teams, and I'm going to name some guys who either played on championship team or contenders. Kawhi Leonard, defender on the wing. Andre Iguodala, MVP of the NBA Finals, but defense was one of the reasons. And Paul George, coming back from injury. This guy was a
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Doris Burks on the sideline as well. The Pacers still playing on their home court in this one. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Watts, he's in at shooting guard. Marcus Morris is out there with John Moore. Then there's Towns, and it's Rubio in at the 1. Here's Indiana. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
A lot of firepower coming off the bench in that game really allowed them to escape with victory.
I thought the bench was the X factor for them. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game. But when it shows up, it's a nice weapon. I like that, getting their offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Yeah, high percentage shot and the more. Fellas got some pogo stick hops right there. I mean, the power to go along with it.
Yeah, it's never gentle.
It sure isn't. Just a ruthless finisher in close.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Hill kicks to George. Passes to Hill from 13, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Well, Doris, an interesting game. Moments ago, you had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. What do you have to say?
Yes, Kevin, he told me their game plan offensively today is a relatively simple one. He wants to see as many plays run through the low post as possible. He said physically, we're the stronger team, and we need to use that to our benefit. Guys?
And as always, Doris, thank you. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by George, no good. And here are the Timberwolves. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. For Indiana, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. George dishes to Hill. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jump.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
George, that's a 2-pointer. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A-game rolling tonight.
On the wing, George. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And again, it's Indiana converting.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
George against Morris. The feed to Freak. Shoots. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Freak's got 9.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
George with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. And George, here we go. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Towns.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there, Greg. Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
And Lure kicks to Freak. Lets it go with a 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Hill passes to Ellis. Pick up by Hill. Williams double team. Here's Ellis, and it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio.
Pacers ball.
Outside Williams. 5 on the clock. Picked by Williams. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. That doesn't go either for Ellis.
That's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you. That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Hill dishes to Ellis. A floater, and it's Lure with the rebound.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
From the high post, Pacers with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The drive by Hill. That's good. Hill's got his first 2 points.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming into the court are your teammates. All right, fans, that was
The emphasis on defense becomes even more pronounced down the stretch run. These are the shooting guards who have come away with the most steals in the second half of the season. Freak number 1.
You know, you watch him a game in, game out basis, and he just puts on a clinic defensively, both in terms of effort and technique at that off-guard spot.
Well, it's a combination of the all-out effort and the flawless technique you just talked about. I mean, that's allowed him to climb that list. I mean, he's rightfully regarded as one of the league's toughest defenders.
Jang, he's checked in for John Lure. Pacers trail by 3. And George kicks to Ellis. The dish to Hill. And it's Hill penetrating. Pass to George. Wide open look. Good. The assist goes to Hill. And it's 8 points here for George.
You know, he almost pulled the trigger on that possession, but recognized that there was a better option. That's what we mean by playing for your teammates. It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
To the inside. Williams gets the bucket.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Oh! Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays
Man,
up.
you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Ellis wide open, and it's all evened up. Ellis has got 5 points so far.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Puts up a 3, and again the triple from Watts.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
And George kicks to Hill. Pass to Hill. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Williams. Rebound, Minnesota. Freak kicks to Zhang. Feeds it to Freak. Zhang, the pass to Morris. Clock at 6. Here's Levine. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And now, let's hear it for your Pacers.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Timberwolves head coach talking to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. That's how much confidence Coach has in his ability to get their offense operating at its peak level. And given his track record, that confidence is well-deserved. Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
And thank you for that, Doris. Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at them.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Ramon Sessions with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And he dunks it right over Jang. Oh, wow.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals. That allows you to get out in transition.
Here's the teardrop. And the rejection by Jang. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at the Timberwolves. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And checking out Oklahoma City, sitting in second place.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they look like a team on a mission. We knew coming into this season that they were going to be one of the teams to beat. They've done nothing to change anyone's mind about that.
That's for sure. I mean, expectations were high for these guys, and they've more than lived up to the hype.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Rivers kicks to George. They set the screen. 6 to shoot. Sessions dishes to Nicholson. Rejected by Watts. And here's the fast break. Morris with the bucket. And now an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
George cannot hit. Great D that time from Vekovic. Here's Watts. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Freak's got 27.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And Sessions kicks to Nicholson. From deep, George. And it's George again missing.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Jang.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And it's George missing. Here's Watts. He got it! That is one fantastic buzzer beater!
He hit that shot like it was nothing. Just another day at the office.
That is what you call much in the clutch.
And as we conclude the first... And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove. Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
That's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And keep an eye on the three-point shooting because that has been a factor as well. If they can maintain that current form, they can be successful.
Harvey Williams is out there with Andrew Nicholson. Then it's Hill. Then there's Ellis. And it's Sessions in at the point. That's the Pacers 5. The Pacers making a change here. Hill's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Rubio's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. And it's the Pacers with the ball. They trail by 18. Pick up by Hill. Off the pick. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Williams has got his second basket.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him. He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Cannot hit. Nice D from Watts.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Pacers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Ellis outside. Pick up by Hill. 5 to shoot. Lets it go. The shot no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Here's Watts. Oh! Boom! And nobody getting in the way.
Not at all. Major throw down there.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow. They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Outside Hill. Pick up by Hill. Outside Hill. From 11 feet away, and it's blocked. Here's Watts. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Well, there's no lack of range in this. The leading three-point shooters among the ranks of the NBA's big men the last month. Well, you look at Williams, one of the best shooters in the NBA, top 5 in the league at this moment.
And the value of having a big man who can do what these guys can is that they draw bigger defenders out of the paint. You have to stay with them wherever they go.
And, you know, that opens up some wide lanes and paths to the bucket for their slashers, and they get a lot of room as a result to operate and penetrate. It's a huge benefit having a big fella who can knock down threes.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the 76ers played some outstanding basketball. He finished with an incredible amount of points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Deep 2 from Hill. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
They double him with Freak. And so here is Indiana. Now Hill, 17 points for him last game against Toronto.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
The Pacers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And so Nicholson nails both of them. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Rubio with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Pick up by Hill. Hill passes to Ellis. And stolen by Freak. Pull up Jay, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
Hill against Rubio. Hill kicks to Ellis. 4 on the clock. From deep. That drops. Ellis has got his third basket of the night right there.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Paul George is checked in for Nicholson. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Towns. They set the pick. It's stolen by Hill. And now Ellis running the floor all by himself.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
And taken away by Ellis. He feeds it to Hill. Pick up by Hill. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ellis. Levine with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 23. Watt. Whoa!
Goodness.
Woo.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
Hill against Rubio. Kicks to Hill. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Hill's got 7 points.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. They host the 76ers after this game, and that'll be the 4th of this 5-game homestand. Ellis outside. On the wing, Hill. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Hill's got his second bucket of the night.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
Here's Watts. Hill with some nice D.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And George, here we go. No dice from the high post.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
But they recover it. Goes back up, and the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Pacers. John Henson's checked in for Hill. Austin Rivers comes in for Ellis. And Sessions subbed in for George Hill. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Nikola Pekovic comes in for Lure. And Morris subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Henson with the screen. Now here's Rivers. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. He kicks it to Henson. And Baines pulls it down.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Rivers kicks to Sessions. There's a good screen. Henson with the screen. Jumper off the screen. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his third rebound tonight. And Freak throws it down.
Impressive fast break there. They did a great job advancing the rock with the pass.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
check out Freak here. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. Tops in scoring, first in steals. Of course, he's the #1 shot blocker in the league. Just an imposing presence inside.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Minnesota making a switch here. Jacked by Pekovic. The Timberwolves another fast break chance here. Finished off the break. Levine's got 7 points.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific.
Floats one, and it's Freak missing. The Pacers shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. Sessions dishes to Rivers, and that one's good. Rivers has got his first 2 points of the night.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Stolen by Rivers. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Stolen by Levine.
Guys, when you turn the ball over more than the other side, you have a hard time keeping up with them, and that's what's going on right now. That's what they're going through, turnovers, giving the other team opportunities. To be honest, I'm speechless, and that doesn't happen very often. This may be the best shooting performance I've ever seen.
And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Rivers kicks to Williams. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Williams has got 8.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Here's Watts. Drills it from outside.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Rivers. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Williams gets the bucket.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Takes a 3, and it's Freak missing. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Pacers have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Here's Pekovic, and that's not going to go. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. But Timberwolves on top, running away with it. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
And now, let's hear it for yo!
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And, you know, I'm not sure that he can continue to shoot the 3 as well as he has up to this point. He has been lights out.
You know, sometimes, Greg, you have those nights where the basket just looks twice as large as it is. Grand Canyon size. It might be one of those nights for him.
Checking out the group for Sam Mitchell to start the second half. Watts in at 2 guard. Towns is out there with John Lewis. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Rubio in at the point guard position. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. 61 points for Freak. The Pacers shooting 43% from the field. And stolen by Freak. And here we go.
That athletic.
Yeah.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Stolen by Rubio. Plays it up and banks it in.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Nice adjustment here with the full court press, trying to rattle the offense a bit.
Hill kicks to Ellis. Right block shot, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket. Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
The Timberwolves shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. That free throw good for Morris. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Pick up by Hill. Hill sets the screen for Hill. He dishes it to Hill. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Hill's got 9 points.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Wasted no time on that one.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. George against Morris. And George kicks to Ellis. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 4th assist in this one.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
And that one's good. Freak.
It's amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect in this half.
Indiana's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And stolen by Freak. To the middle. Rubio the pass to Towns. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Another miss by Minnesota. Pacers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. George dishes to Hill. Minnesota with the rebound. Freak's got 5 rebounds tonight. And there's the pass to Morris. Tries to save it. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Well, what a boost this group has given their teams in the second half of the season with excellent rebounding from the small forward position. In the third spot, Paul George.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' game. I mean, they play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in our league.
Yeah, I think they all have that little bit of extra edge to their game that allows them to put up the kind of rebound numbers usually you only see from power forwards.
Here's Williams. Here's George. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on.
Here's Baines. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one from 11 feet away. And that one's good. Freak. Now Hill. Outside, George. Good. The assist goes to Hill. And that's 15 points for Paul George.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint. Oh, good D. but better O. It's almost as if they're just standing there.
Well said. Well, for the most part, they were just standing still, Clark.
Yeah.
And you know what, Kevin? He's not the most explosive player on the court, but if you give him a clear lane to the basket, he'll punch it on you.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm. And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
The Pacers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. On the wing, Ellis. Rejected by Watts. Hill kicks to Ellis. Over Freak. And the shot falls short this time.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Morris with the bucket. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Hill kicks to Williams. And good on the basket. Hook it. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Jacks up a three. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Rubio. Rubio's got his 7th assist here tonight. Pacers have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for Indiana. Sessions comes in for Hill. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Scola's checked in. George against Morris. Here's Hill. Stolen by Rubio. And here we go. Timberwolves running again. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Morris. He has 11 points and 4 assists. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
And he would have stood out just on the strength of the defense. But how about offensively? He's been clicking there as well.
John Henson's checked in for the Pacers. Austin Rivers comes in for Ellis. And then for Minnesota, Jang, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And Levine subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Sessions passes to Henson. Dishes it to Rivers. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Yeah, a moment to check out Marcus Morris here. His last 10 games, he's averaging 7 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
Sessions with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Passes it to George. Clock at 6. The shot's good. Sessions making the play. And that's now 18 points for Paul George. Morris right side. And there's the feed to Freak. From deep. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
The Pacers have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Nobody near George. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 17-7 run. And Zhang kicks to Levine. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Scola dishes to Morris. Here's Watts. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
Yeah, no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
The dish to Nicholson. They set the pick. Pass to George. Rivers kicks to George. Can't get it to go. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. They host the Spurs after this one. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Here's Watts. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Pass to Rivers. And the rejection by Jang. Now here's Freak. He's covered by Sessions. Here's Scola, and that one's good. Scola's got his first basket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Levine passes to Scola. That's good.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Here's Henson, and he jams it with authority.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
Oh, he launched that one from way outside.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Feeds to Rivers. Henson sets a screen for George, and the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's foul number 2 for him. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Minnesota. John Lure comes in for Marcus Morris.
Nikola Pekovic.
Henson with the screen to the inside. Layup off the pick. And he sinks the layup. Henson's got 6 points in the quarter.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
And the foul on John Henson. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Now here's Freak. Got it off in time. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Timberwolves ahead, delivering the blowout. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Here's Rubio. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court for Indiana, we've got Rodney Stuckey, Andrew Nicholson out there with Hollis Thompson. Then there's Austin Rivers, and it's Henson in at the 5. They set the pick. Rivers kicks to Henson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Henson's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Pacers. And here's Rubio. Outside Korver. Inside, Pekovic. And Henson sends it back. Stolen by Henson. Rivers dishes to Thompson. He feeds it to Henson. Kicks it to Rivers. And so the ball out of bounds. Henson touched it last.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Timberwolves shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight. Lowry up top. He's guarded by Stuckey. Lowry kicks to Pekovic. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
The pass to Stuckey. Shot from 12. Minnesota with the rebound. Stolen by Thompson. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Rubio against Rivers. Dishes it to Stuckey. 6 to shoot. He kicks to Rivers. Shoots. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pekovic with a screen on Rivers. Rubio the pass to Korver. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 8th assist here tonight. Indiana's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Stuckey against Lowry. Passes it to Rivers. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And Rubio kicks to Korver. Here's Baines. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Kyle Korver.
Pacers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Rivers. He dishes it to Nicholson. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. And he gets the bucket.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
And the Timberwolves with possession. Screen by Scola. Lowry drives in. Down low, here's Baines. Timberwolves passing it around. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Pacers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Henson, a screen on Scola. Stuckey dishes to Henson. He got right to the cup using that screen. Henson's got 10 points in just the second half. Minnesota shooting a scorching 68% in the game. Outside Korver. Now the feed to Baines. There's a screen. It's rebounded by Stuckey.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
To the paint. Here's Henson, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
We've seen Henson playing a good game here. He's got 10 points, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
And it easily could have been more. He's played an effective game at that end of the floor.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. The Pacers making a change here. Hill's checked in. Ends up with a new group on the floor. Minnesota also making some changes. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Aaron Baines. Marcus Morris comes in for Kyle Korver. And Freak subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Here's the screen. Ellis goes in. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Henson checked in for Indiana. Free throw good. Freak. Now Sessions. And Henson gets it to go on the assist by Sessions. Sessions has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Inside, it's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Indiana. Watts passes to Pekovic. There's the dish to Freak. 5 to shoot. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. Here's Rivers. And it's Lowry with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And it's good.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time. He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
The Timberwolves shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. He rifled that one in from distance.
Guys, you just can't imagine how difficult it is to hit a shot that deep. Man, that was as sweet as honey.
And I was looking over at the opposing bench. They couldn't believe it either.
Here's Rivers. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Pekovic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Freak. And he's unleashed a barrage of 3-pointers on him.
And Clark, you can tell they're good right now when the ball leaves his hand. He has racked up a ton of points.
2 minutes.
Here's Nicholson, guarded by Scola. Nicholson kicks to George. George double teamed. Here's Nicholson. Rebound Minnesota.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And that one's good. Freak.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside make them beat you from deep.
Nicholson. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Marcus Morris.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
And that produced great fruit for them in transition.
And this has been a beautiful thing to watch this team all season long with a remarkable journey, including tonight. They'll have now won 70 on the year.
A two-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling. Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
For three. Great defense that time from Ellis.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Lowry.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look
You put on what was simply an incredible fourth period. How were you able to take over this game in the end?
Yo, Doris, you know I'm always able to take over. Come on. Sometimes I even have to wait around and lay low for a few quarters. This whole thing's a little more dramatic in the fourth. You feel me? Yo, I know drama, and I like to keep it fun for the fans.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
In terms of three-point shooting, this could be framed as a historic performance. Hitting that many three-point shots in a single game is borderline impossible. The pressure was off the rest of the guys offensively.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast.
Some chill. We go 0 to 100 real quick. to pay the bills. And I don't feel that